Hello, I'm Jenna Essenberg, and I am your child's AP seminar teacher this year in the 10th grade magnet bundle at North Cobb High School. This is a year-long class, and we are bundled with AP English Language with Miss Lindsay Thaker. This is our 5th year doing this bundle, and we absolutely love it. It's my favorite thing I've ever taught. And Miss Thaker and I try to do a lot of things together. Our classes have some very nice overlap that makes it great for our students to be able to see how these skills and how these classes kind of work in tandem with each other. A lot of people ask me, what is AP Seminar? So I figured I'd lead with that. And the essence is that this is a research class. It's a beginning research class. We're helping students, number one, identify topics and issues that are of interest to them. So right now in our class, we're kind of exposing ourselves to new ideas and things we may or may not have known existed previously. We're not subject specific in AP Seminar. Instead, we're supposed to kind of look at things from a variety of different disciplines. So we're talking about scientific topics, ethical topics, economic topics, all kinds of things. And our skills that students develop not only have to do with research, which is the biggest focus, but we're also looking at using evidence in an argument, much like is in AP Lang, analyzing what we're reading, collaborating with our peers, and being able to present our information effectively to an audience. So this class is actually designed to fit in nicely with all of the other AP classes that are offered through the College Board. Last year, your student would have taken AP Human Geography, and this year they're taking AP English Language, AP World History. Your student might be taking other AP classes as well. And this class is a place for them to kind of see how all of those things are connected and be able to explore whatever areas are of interest to your students. So typically students tend to enjoy this class because they get to actually research things that are important to them. This class is part of what's called the AP Capstone program. That is just a fancy word for a special College Board program that is based on 2-year-long classes. So AP Seminar plus a class called AP Research. And basically students who complete this 2-year program have the option to or are able to earn 2 different awards. And these awards are things that help students stand out when they go to apply to colleges, maybe help them get things like internships or into specialized programs when they are interested in attending universities and things in the future. So our school is one of a few within the county that offer the Capstone program. It is on a application basis. So this is our 5th year offering the class. When we first started, this number of students or the number of schools in Cobb County that offer this was much smaller. It has grown over these years because other schools have seen the value in this program. But what that means is that it's still a relatively exclusive program. We are lucky to be able to offer it at our schools, and only the magnet students at North Cobb are able to take this program. So that makes it extra special. There are some clear benefits to taking these classes. Number one, you do stand out in the college admissions process. The skills that we are learning in these classes and building in these classes are things that students are going to use no matter what academic field they end up going into. They're also things that students are going to use for things like interviews for jobs, other types of classes and other types of specialized programs. And our goal is to help them become more self-confident, help them become really clear problem solvers and independent thinkers. And obviously, as you know from last year with AP Human Geography, they are able to earn college credit. So they can go into their first year of college with a number of credits already under their belt by taking these AP classes. And I mentioned that there are 2 special awards available to students who take the capstone. These are those awards. So by taking seminar and research and taking their exam and earning a score of 3 or higher, students will get the AP Seminar and Research certificate. But because our students in Magnet are also taking so many other AP classes, most of our students end up receiving the much higher award, which is the AP Capstone Diploma. So again, they're taking Seminar and Research, earning a 3 or higher in that exam. But the addition there is that they also take 4 other AP exams throughout the course of their high school career. So this is not limited to a single year in school. This is cumulative over their high school career. So they earn a 3 or higher in those exams. So if your student already got a 3 or higher last year in AP Human Geography, they already have one of those necessary 4. This year, if they are going to be taking the AP English Language and AP World History exams, in addition to human geography, that would be 3 of these. So many of our magnet students end up achieving this diploma no problem by the end of their junior year when they finish with the AP research class. Because in 10th grade, they take seminar, in 11th grade, they take research, and in 12th grade, in our magnet program, we have our students do a community presentation of their AP research project. Now this class, the exam for this class does cost more than the typical AP exam. A typical AP exam is $96. This class, our exam is $144, and that is quite an increase, but there is a reason behind it. So typically in an AP class, your exam is comprised of one test. That is the test that they took in May, and however well they did on that test is where their score was pulled from. In AP Seminar, though, they have 3 elements that are going into that overall score. So one of those things is, in fact, a test. That test is on May 5th this coming year. And on that test, they have 3 short answers, which are also called FRQs, and 1 FRE, which is more of an extended essay to write. But they also are going to have 2 other things comprising that score. 2 performance tasks that are actually completed during our school year together. They are then completed and sent off to the College Board for scoring. So the first one, the first performance task, is a team task. So part of this class, the goal is for students to be able to increase their ability to collaborate. So this task requires students to collaborate on a team presentation. Now, students do write an independent essay during that, but there is a team element, which is the team presentation. The second performance task is individual, and it is a written argument. Students complete an essay and an individual presentation. So those 3 things get factored together to calculate the score. So at the end of the day, 55% of the student's score is coming from those performance tasks that we work on during the school year. The last 45% is that end of course exam that they sit for on May 5th. The good news here is that because of this, the students that take the exam tend to do very well. Globally, AP Seminar has a pass rate, which would mean students scoring a 3 or higher, has about an 85 to 88% pass rate. Personally, for myself, this is my 5th year teaching this class, I have had anywhere from an 85 to a 97% pass rate on any given year. So students that take the exam typically do very well because those performance tasks, they have a chance to perfect them, to polish them before they are sent off to the College Board. Now, in terms of course units, we have 5 course units. Units 1 and 2 we work on here in the fall. Those units, we are doing skill practice. We are even doing a complete walkthrough of some of those performance tasks that they will do to submit to the College Board. Unit 3 is our official performance task 1. That's the team challenge. We start that in January. Then Unit 4 is the official performance task 2, which is the individual argument, and we start that usually around March. So you can see here on this slide that January and February, that's our time to work on the official team challenge. March and April is our time to work on the official individual written argument. And again, those are the ones being sent to the College Board for scoring. Now, in terms of grading categories in our class, you can see that this really does reflect the types of skills that students are building in here. 30% of our class is about research, so we are really focusing on finding credible sources, being able to research our topic, and entering into an academic conversation about that topic. The other large percentage of their score is coming from reading and writing. We're doing a tremendous amount of that, whether that be reading the sources that we're finding, analyzing arguments, or writing our own arguments. The last other portions of our class come from things like speaking and listening. That is the presenting factor, the being able to listen to a presentation being made and take away central ideas. Collaboration, so that ability to actually work with other people effectively. And lastly, a final exam. The final exam is not cumulative. In fact, it is something that I try to give the students something pretty easy to do there at the very end of the year after all of the tremendous work that they've put in throughout the year. In terms of tips for success, my biggest pitch would be to get a physical planner, something where students can literally write down assignments and due dates. We find that in the bundle this year, that is really key because students are going from having one AP class last year in freshman year to having 3, plus magnet chemistry, which is a difficult class, and any other potentially AP level electives that your student opted to take as well. So there's a lot to keep track of, and using a physical planner tends to yield the best results. In terms of late work, we are pretty forgiving of late work this year, understanding that students have a large jump in rigor from last year to this year. So basically, I will take only 10 points off as long as they submit the work within a unit. And for us, for the most part, a unit is going to be 2 months long or so. So there is a lot of time for that work to be turned in for still potentially a 90, which is an A. After a unit has passed, if a student wants to submit work, I will still give them a 50. That is sort of a gift at that point to say, thank you for turning this in, and let's move that up from a 0. My other really big tip would be to check our course matrix daily. Your students should already know exactly where to find that. We've been there many times. It is in our CTLS classroom, however. So I encourage you to check out this course matrix as well. It is essentially a daily agenda with everything we do linked on there. This is the student's best friend when they are absent, but also to keep track of due dates and to see kind of how things are progressing in our course. I also want students to use Remind to communicate with me. You are welcome as the parent or guardian to join our Remind also. The code is up there on your screen. Remind is a great way for me to send out text, within the app, a text to the whole class, reminding them of an upcoming due date, but also it's a way for me to communicate one-on-one with students if they are absent, need extra help, have a question that needs to be answered. It's much faster for me than email, and I find that it is for students as well. So that is a really big component of our class too. And this is the course matrix. As I said, it is a agenda for each day in our class. You can see certain things are hyperlinked on here. So if there's a video we watched, if there is a document that we completed, it is all linked on here. I have highlighted some due dates for things that were outside of class assignments or things that became homework. You can see that your students should be able to also kind of visualize how long they have between classes and between due dates on here. The blue days are if your student is in what is called an A-day class. If your student is in a B-day, those are in orange. But they can see, for instance, when an assignment is assigned, how many days, how many class days they have until that assignment is due. So again, this is a really great resource that I encourage you to have your students check out almost daily to stay on top of things. I am so enjoying meeting your students, getting to know them and their interests. We have so many awesome personalities. It's wonderful to have students back in the building. And I am looking forward to a truly great year. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions about this class or any concerns as our year progresses. And I look forward to learning and growing alongside your student in this class. Thank you and have a great night.